Hey there, how are you? I can't come up with a cool intro. Welcome back to another episode, I'm going to call it. I'm not sure. It's not really a daily vlog. It's not really a weekly vlog. It's something kind of in between. And today is Tuesday. Today is Tuesday, January 21st. I played some hockey last night. If you watched my Instagram stories, which some of you do, I was talking about how there was a house in Brampton that got 77 offers. Think about that for a second. 77 offers. And there was a house in Milton that got over 60 offers. And talking to fellow realtors, there's been multiple properties that have sold for like 10 to 20 offers. So a lot of realtors are, kind of saying the spring market's here and, you gotta get going now. And they're not wrong, but it's not the spring market. We're not experiencing any kind of normality. This isn't something that we're expecting to happen. This is something, the real estate market right now is interesting, and honestly, I think it's in a critical state where there is an extreme lack of supply. And because there's not enough supply, people got to buy something to live. And they don't have to buy, but in Toronto specifically, and as you move out of downtown throughout the GTA, rents are crazy high as well. So in some cases, the rent can be just as much or more of a mortgage payment and property taxes. So people are like, what do we do? What's going on? How do we do this? I've got a significant amount of people on property searches that were, we should be starting to see properties come on the market, and they're not. It was like, now let's think about this in a rational sense. It is still like middle to end of January. There's still the holiday hangover. People are still getting back into the swing of things. Some people just don't like to move in the wintertime when there's snow on the ground. It's not that they don't want to put their house up for sale. They just don't want to start looking for a new house. So there's a few factors that would limit, just based on the time of year, properties being listed. But I don't see this slowing down or changing to become more balanced. Right now it is a fairly strong, significantly strong seller's market. So what does this mean for you? Well, a couple things. It's the absolute most perfect time to sell if you need to. If you have to sell, this is the time. Now, if you have to buy something, you're then going to experience the worst time to make a move, because one, you're not going to find much inventory. Two, when you find something you're probably going to be interested in and make an offer on, you're probably going to be competing with multiple offers. Chances are. May not. Again, location number one, price number two, finishing of the house number three. These are lots of things that affect the market significantly. And like, real estate is extremely localized. So what's happening here in North Burlington may not be 100% what's happening in South Burlington or in Oakville or Milton or Hamilton or around surrounding areas. So, but what we do know is everywhere there are some crazy offers being made. So if you need to make a move, you really need to sit down and strategize where you're going to go. And quite frankly, have to have your financing figured out if it's not, especially if you're buying up or it's your first time purchasing. And then number two, you need to be ready to pull the trigger. And sometimes that means you're competing against like 3 or 4 offers that don't have home inspection or financing. So what do you do then? Do you go get a pre-inspection? Probably a smart choice. But this is what we're entering into. So the other main reason I think is that there hasn't been a ton of new build developments. One, number two, specifically in Burlington, there's really not much more to be built. National Homes owns a couple of pieces of property that they're trying to get through the city, but then the city has put restrictions on new building. So quite honestly, I think the city of Burlington specifically is part of the problem right now, because there's a lack of inventory caused, like not 100%, but partly by the building code or the building freeze that's happened and happening currently. So lots of things to really think about and digest. It's not just a simple, the spring market is coming. You know, this isn't like 1985. The spring market's here. Let's start to just, you know, put the for sale sign up, and there's so many more people looking. Everybody's looking all the time. People are on auto searches for houses all of the time. So there's never necessarily a bad time to sell. There's always a buyer. And quite frankly, right now, there's lots of buyers. Lots and lots and lots of buyers. So, concludes this part of the video. It is Tuesday, January 21st. Want to just pop on and talk about that. There's going to be a lot more to this video. We're doing some longer format stuff, so I'm going to start putting timestamps in the actual description. So if you want to fast forward or rewind or whatever, you know where to go to. But yeah, until next time. All right, we are going to the paint store, Colorland Paint Store in Burlington. One of my really good friends, Peter, owns Colorland. If you're looking for a specific paint color, I highly recommend you talk to Peter. Number one. Number two, Benjamin Moore, I believe, is one of the best paints out there. They are not the cheapest, but they are one of the better ones. Every single renovation, every single client that I refer for paint comes to Benjamin Moore and buys their paint. So let's go say hello to Peter. All right, so I am here in Colorland with Peter, the owner. Say hi, Pete.
Hello.
All right, so I'm gonna switch the camera around and I wanna talk about some cool things to do with Peter and his store. All right, Peter, so talk to us about your store and really what sets you apart from every other Benjamin Moore store, and also what sets you apart from like any paint store.
Yeah, here at Colorland, I've taken upon myself to paint most Benjamin Moore colors, the popular ones anyways, on real paint boards. So I go ahead and mix up every single Benjamin Moore color that people are buying, and pour out little testers for people to purchase at $3.99, as well at the same time have painted color boards, about a square foot in size, so that you can truly judge true color. In the past, I've had my custom gray Mondi color collection here, where I've always had my colors available with these color resources. But what's new for this year is that I also have Benjamin Moore colors. What's trending now is still neutrals and grays and grages, which is kind of a new word. So you can come into Colorland, and now I can show you the difference between some of my custom colors as well as Benjamin Moore colors.
All right, so talk to us about some of the different colors that you got here.
So when I created my color collection, my most important thing I was looking for is easiness when it comes to finding a color. So what I did is grouped colors in color categories. So starting from a warm gray to a neutral gray, or grays with different undertones like red gray, green gray, purple grays. Most people are looking for minimal undertone. Yep. Keeps the wall very neutral and very versatile, so people can bring in whatever accents they want, and the wall color is still going to work. The three most popular trendy color categories right now is warm gray, neutral gray. Warm gray is going to include colors like gray owl. Neutral grays are going to include colors like Coventry gray, which looks a little blue sometimes up against warm tone floors. But the most popular color category at the moment is grays. Grays are colors like Collingwood, Revere Pewter, Edgehome gray. Again, work great with warm tone floors. Definitely give you more of a warm feel to the home than something a little cooler like a gray. Here at Colorland, I've incorporated a variable lighting system. Lighting will affect the way color ends up looking. Early morning or late night, you're going to have a warm color temperature from the sun, whereas midday you get a highlight temperature. See the difference? A highlight temperature makes colors look a little grayer, a little cooler, and then a low light temperature, which is kind of like your low 3200 LED light bulbs, you can make the colors look a little warmer.
Wow, that's really cool. And you can actually see that on the camera there. And
Yeah.
so all you're adjusting is the
Light temperature.
the light temperature. Basically, it's a variable dimmer that you're going up and down
Yeah,
with.
exactly. It
And,
goes from 3,000 Kelvin up to about 5,500 Kelvin. Again, most color LED bulbs are available in different color ranges. Most
Right.
people tend to go with about a 3,500 color range. But again, most people want the perfect color with natural sunlight midday, so that's
Right.
always a high light temperature.
right.
Which again here makes me a little different, where I don't have to actually be in your house to kind of determine colors. I can also kind of visualize a color here in this space.
Interesting. All right, so stay tuned for part 2. I go to Eden Tile. Plus, I'm also meeting with a client. I'm not sure if they're going to want to pop on camera or not, but they might. And we're going to be going over their bathroom renovations and selections and all that kind of stuff. And number 3, I've been negotiating 2 different offers. I've got one that I think I'm going to get for my clients, which I'm super pumped about. We got a great deal on a house that is significantly under what the asking price was, and I think was worth a lot more than what we actually got it for. So super pumped about that. So part 2 of this vlog is going to continue. I'm trying to keep them under like 10 minutes, although a lot of people are saying they love watching the entire thing. It's a super easy watch, and I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. So yeah, part 2 coming up.